What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of the BMW part out. Today, this motor is gonna come all the way out. Same thing with the transmission. And we're gonna make some money because this motor is worth about $3,000 and the transmission, about half that. But we're gonna go ahead and start with breaking down the engine bay and getting everything detached from the engine. To start, I'll show you guys what we need to take out first. Over here, we have a couple reservoirs that are just connected by some hoses. And so we're gonna take these out so we can free up some more room as well. Disconnect some fuel lines. And then there's some electrical components here that we need to handle, as well as here. So we have all our electronic stuff out. You can almost see the transmission down there. All we have to do is drop the exhaust and we should be able to drop the motor. All right, boys, we're under the car. We got the exhaust off. We put it outside. So I'm using this jack to kind of distribute the weight so you don't crack the pan here. We finished everything on the bottom. We got the drive shaft disconnected. The transmission mount is down. The exhaust is off. Everything is ready on that portion. So now, all we have left is disconnecting our suspension components from the frame.
A few moments later.
As you guys can see, we are fully disconnected from the frame and only connected to the subframe. Now we only have our subframe bolts we need to take out. All right, what's going on now? We should be good to pull it out now. Well, I'm gonna say that this is good enough. This is out. Yeah, we got the engine out. As you can see, the transmission isn't connected. It's sitting on that jack right there. And we are tired. I'm gonna call it quits today. I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds, but for me, I'm going to sleep. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to day 2. It is 20 degrees in Texas right now. We're not used to this. It's cold as a mother trucker out. For right now, we're gonna work on getting this whole thing taken out. Got the whole cradle out, all the brake assembly, all the suspension, except for some here. Got the transmission. If we take this transmission off, we'll have a little bit more room to move around and stuff. So we're gonna start with departing the transmission. All right, we're on the last bolt. Just gonna drop her down a little bit. We'll be able to separate it. Now that she's disconnected, we're gonna lower down. We're gonna disconnect this torque converter. We're gonna work on detaching the subframe next. The best things about this transmission is that this transmission breaks all the time. Lots of people need them rebuilt. It's a BMW thing, you know, but it's a pretty valuable transmission. You know, it could get about 1,500 bucks for it, which is pretty good for a transmission considering it's a kind of older year and everything. For the Corvette, I still haven't even sold the transmission and it's worth about 500 bucks, but this one's worth about 3 times that. So we're about where we want it to be. We have the transmission tucked away, torque converters taken off. For the suspension, this is what we have. This big ass bolt, we have another big ass bolt, and then this small ass bolt. Ooh, that's tight. Jack's all the way over. All right, let's see. Are we returning this wrench to Harbor Freight? Woo. Oh, we are returning this to Harbor Freight. Piece of shit. This broke my goddamn wrench. Well. Usually, the hub right here is going to be around 100 bucks. Brake calipers for both are around $200. Then for the full suspension for the front, gonna be around $250 for everything. We've got about $700 just on these front two hubs. It's lunchtime and crackers. So the two-wheel drive subframe is worth about $250. And also on this subframe, there's the rack and pinion. And the rack and pinion is another $200. We're stacking up pretty fast here. We finished all the front. Look at this beautiful engine bay. We got one more part right here, was the windshield wiper motor, and that's another $100. For the rest of the day, my goal is to get the rear suspension out as well. A little cramp back there, so I'm just gonna update y'all once it's finished. As y'all can see, we're outside, even though it's cold. We got all the stuff unhooked in here, except for the parking brake. Tomorrow, we're gonna drop the rest of the subframe on the rear, start tearing the interior apart, and hopefully we could kind of wrap it up. All right now we're going to drop off a couple orders here. We got the rear bumper, which I scratched up a little with the transmission, so I'll probably give them a better deal on that. And we also have the transmission for the C6 finally being sold. We're gonna make about almost $1,000 today. We made it. We're just waiting for him to get to the shop, and then we'll be able to get this thing sold. Yes. We got the bumper sold too. They got a little shop going on back here. A little sketchy, but it's cool, it's cool. We're leaving. We got our money and we are out. We're starting today at Harbor Freight. Got a vacuum to clean up all that glass. All right, we also need some gloves. We ate at McDonald's. We're about to start. It's a little toasty outside today. Probably should have worn shorts, but that's all right. Let's get started. We finally got this subframe broken down, as you can see here. So for all this stuff, subframe around $250, French oil $200, $100 per axle, about $150 for both of these. I don't know what you would call these. But for all the suspension and all that, about $150, $200. Toy bar $100 and about $60 for both these brakes. Now I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to the interior. Oh, actually, we're gonna get these big old suspensions out, and then we'll move on to the interior. These goddamn screws are inside. They're about right there on the inside. They're under the speaker, and it's gonna be bullshit, so I'll come back when they're done. We just got a pretty big money part out. These are worth about $250 each. Pretty expensive parts. Glad I got these out. Probably sell pretty quick as well. So now that we got those out, we're gonna work on some of the modules that are in the back here, and then we'll be just about good and ready to move on to the interior. We got a couple computers out of the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different modules. That's about all the stuff that we ripped out of the back. We got a little product review. We got the 3 horsepower, 3 gallon Harbor Freight Bauer vacuum. I had to buy this vacuum because there's all the glass inside of the car because the windshield broke. We'll see how good it sucks.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Stick this hoe in this hoe right here. For me, we got the filter. I feel like that restricts flow, so we're taking it off. Well, I guess there's no more vacuuming for today. I just blew the switch panel, and it's not located in the garage, so I gotta ask Mr. Maintenance Man tomorrow if he could help me out here. We're starting the day off. We're going to look at some storage because we're about outgrowing our storage at the apartment complex. We got the code, we're getting in. I think it's one of these big guys. This is it right here. From the outside, this thing looks huge, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and open her up real quick. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculously large. Man, I could sleep in this thing. This is like a house right here. This is our power. Oh, there's 240 volt. Man, but this is a beautiful unit. I'm gonna do some talking, and this might be a next move for the business here. Got pulled over again. I didn't even do anything. They just ran the plates and saw that it went to the Corvette.
A few moments later.
We got off with another warning. He didn't really get us anything bad. So I got insurance. I wasn't driving recklessly, wasn't speeding. So he just got me for false plates or whatever. So he just gave us a warning. He was cool. I was being cool with him. So, yep. Good start to our day. All right, come open up the garage, and there's a light on. So that means that the power got turned back on. Let's see. Hey, we got power. So now we can get back to our partying out. Where we left off yesterday, we were vacuuming right here. Power went out. We're gonna take all the dash out. I know there's airbags we have to get. We could start with the seats though. All right, we got an update here. It's been a long freaking day. Lots of interior parts that I don't know are gonna sell, but we'll see. All we have left that we're gonna take out the rest of the airbags, and then we're done. Everybody, we are just about done here. You guys can see we have fully taken out all of our stuff. We just have to clean up a little bit. Look at that. Oh man, a lot of work. Got all the airbag, got both seats in front, and I'll show you guys the parts we got. Holy moly, these include the trunk and the interior, but man, some of these parts are worth some good money. Like those, about $1,000 for both. 200, 200, 200, 200, 300. There are definitely some good money in those parts right there. I think it's around $4,000 or $5,000 just for all those parts. The outside, we have something like our engine. It's another $3,000. Transmission, 1,500. We're getting pretty high up there in parts. But now all we have to do is get this thing out of the garage so we can work on our next project. All right, it took a while, but she's gone. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the videos. I'm trying to make them better than the last, but you guys have an amazing day. Thank y'all so much for watching.